Hello, students. Good morning. Today I am for you for the topic coordinate geometry for class 8. This video I have made. The name of this topic is coordinate geometry. Here we will study about the location or position of a point or an object on a plane. For this, let us see step by step the sequential concept related to coordinate geometry. First of all, we draw two lines as shown in this figure. One line is horizontal from left to right, mentioned already, and one is vertical from top to bottom. It is vertical line. Both lines are perpendicular to each other, cutting at a point which is known as origin and symbolized by O. Okay. Now, this horizontal line, which is parallel to Earth, is x-axis here, and the vertical line perpendicular to the Earth, it is y-axis. And the meeting point of both the lines, that is origin. Now, from this origin, if you go right of x-axis, it is positive part of x, and in left it is negative part of axis. Similarly, from this origin, the above of this origin is positive part of y-axis and below is negative part of y-axis. Okay, students. Now, these two axes are called coordinate axis or Cartesian axis, after the great mathematician Cartesian. Now, when we draw two particular lines as drawn here on any plane, either it is the plane of your notebook, or it is the plane of blackboard, or it is the plane surface of tabletop. The plane surface is divided into four equal parts, each for coordinate. Starting from this, it is first quadrant. Going in anti-clockwise, it is second quadrant, it is third, and it is fourth. Now, student, a point is defined here with a pair of values inside a small bracket, putting comma between them. For example, I write here a point 2, 3. Now, when we write in this way, in a small bracket, two values, putting comma between them, then this pair of values represents a point in this geometry, coordinate geometry. So point, whenever we talk about point in this geometry, randomly, suddenly we got the meaning, okay, there is a pair of values written inside the bracket, putting comma between them. So we are talking for that only. These two values are called coordinates of a point. Obviously, the first value is called x coordinate, whose other name is abscissa. The second value is called y coordinate, whose other name is ordinate. So it is abscissa, it is ordinate, and together as a whole, it is coordinates of a point. So in this way, I think it is very clear to you, student, that coordinate in this coordinate geometry, coordinates of a point means inside a small bracket two values with comma between them. Okay, students. Now we want to locate these points on a plane surface. For this, we have already drawn here one figure. Now we will see the given points, how they will be classified into different quadrants or where they will belong. For this, we consider again part wise, that is quadrant wise. In the first quadrant, you see it is made by positive part of x-axis and positive part of y-axis. So those points will belong here whose both values are positive, that is x value and y value, x coordinate and y coordinate, or abscissa and ordinate. And remember one thing, student, always this should be in order, and order means first you will write x, then only you write y. So inside, if we write here sign, then it will be x value plus, it will be x value plus, okay, just I am showing clearly. So here it is x plus comma y plus. Okay, so all these value will belong to first quadrant. Now come to second quadrant. As it is made by negative part of x-axis, first we have to speak about x-axis. So it is made by negative part of x-axis and positive part of y-axis. So sign will be what? Minus comma plus. So all such points whose first value is negative and second value is positive, they will belong to second quadrant. Okay, student? Now come to third quadrant. Okay, so come to third quadrant here. Here, as it is made by negative part of x and positive part of, sorry, again consider the third quadrant is made by negative part of x and negative part of y. So all such points will belong in this quadrant whose sign will be minus comma minus, that is both the coordinate carry minus sign. Abscissa and ordinate both are negative. And if you see just here diagonally opposite, here it was plus plus. So you can remember in this way also, that in the first it is plus plus and diagonally opposite in the third quadrant it is minus minus. So sign are same in these two quadrants. Now come to fourth quadrant. Okay, to fourth quadrant. This is made by positive part of x and negative part of y. So those points whose x value is positive and y value is negative will belong to fourth quadrant. Okay, and if you see diagonally opposite, you will get the opposite sign. Here it is minus plus, that is abscissa minus, ordinate plus, in the second quadrant and opposite, diagonally opposite to it in the fourth quadrant, abscissa plus ordinate minus. I think it is very clear. Okay student, now you can very easily classify all the given points which coordinates are given, that they will belong in which quadrant, either in first, second, third or fourth. Now we will consider those points whose one coordinate is 0. For example, I write 2 comma, I write 2 comma 0, 1 point, and another point is 0 comma minus 3. Now let us consider such points whose one coordinate is 0, where these points will belong. First thing, you remember this: whenever you see that given points, given coordinates are such whose one value is 0, note it, such points will not belong to any quadrant. Now the question arises where this point will belong. So such points will belong on any axis, either on x-axis or on y-axis. It may be on the positive part of x or negative part of x, like that on the positive part of y-axis or negative part of y-axis. This doesn't matter. Only we have to state that when we see one coordinate is 0, the point immediately we should recall the point will belong to any one axis, either on x or on y. Okay, now see the first point, 2 comma 0. Since its y value is 0, y coordinate is 0, so to remember only, when you see that y coordinate is 0, immediately you say point will belong to x-axis, opposite. Seeing y0, point will belong to x-axis. Conversely, if you here in this point, since x is 0, so definitely this point will belong to y-axis. Okay, now this can be memorized in another way. Since one coordinate is already 0, so it means non-zero coordinate is this 2, which is x value. So seeing this x value, you can also state that this point belongs to x-axis, and definitely on positive part of x, because it is positive. See, for this point, seeing the non-zero value, since 1 is already 0, seeing the non-zero value, that is minus 3, which is the y value, y coordinate, so this point will belong to y-axis, definitely to its negative part, because y is negative. Okay student, so it is now clear. So we have already classified all these points when both the coordinates are non-zero, where they belong. Again, we have classified those points when one coordinate is 0, where they belong. Now take one point whose coordinate is 0, 0, where this belongs. Since both the values are 0, so now we will search where the position of this point will be. For this, we consider now second figure. Okay, so come to now this figure. What is the difference between these two figures? Regarding one point only, the difference is there. In the first figure, no division, no uniform division has been done for x-axis and for y-axis, whereas in second figure, scaling has been done. Uniform division has been done for both x-axis and y-axis. You know, these things, these works are done on a graph paper where scaling where lines are already drawn vertically and horizontally. So in graph paper, one bigger unit for that, which is called 1 unit, is taken a fixed value. as I have taken here for 1 unit, the value is 1. So this is called a scale. So we write here at the top upper corner, right corner, that what is the scale. Scale is 1 unit equal to 1, and on the same scale I have divided both the axes. Now you see, so this point, this origin, since at this point the value of x-axis is 0 as well as the value of y-axis is also 0, so when we search this point whose both coordinates are 0, then immediately answer comes that this point belongs to origin. Any student may say that, okay sir, this point belongs to origin, so but my answer is this point belongs to both axes. This answer is also correct. We can reply that this point whose both coordinates are 0 belongs to at origin or to both the axes. So I think up to this stage you are well clear now. So thanks for watching my video, students. Don't forget to make comment, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. We will meet again in the next video. Till then, goodbye.